What's going on, guys? Tonight I'm going to be reviewing Baby Driver. Baby Driver is a crime heist comedy directed by Edgar Wright, which should just get you excited because I like Edgar Wright. He did Shaun of the Dead, Hot Fuzz. I never saw The World's End, and he was supposed to do Ant-Man, but everything I've seen from him has been really, really good, so I was really excited for Baby Driver. This is one of my most anticipated movies of the year. Baby Driver is about Baby, played by Ansel Eggort, and he works for a veteran crime kingpin, played by Kevin Spacey, but Ansel Eggort is a getaway driver for him, and he meets this girl, played by Lily James, who's a waitress at a restaurant, and he decides he wants to get out of the criminal life. But he gets tied into a couple of other jobs, and yeah, mayhem. To be honest with you, out of the Edgar Wright movies I have seen, this is by far my favorite one. This is what I think is the best one. In my eyes, this is up there with Logan for contention for best movie of the year. I feel like it's going to come down to this and Logan at the end of the year. This movie was awesome. First things first, the cast is phenomenal and perfectly cast. Ansel Eggort. I've seen him in a couple things, like the Divergent movies, but those don't count. Never saw The Fault in Our Stars, so I can't comment on this guy as an actor until now. This kid blew me away. I want to see this kid in more stuff. I mean, at this point, we really know what to expect from Kevin Spacey, Jamie Foxx, and John Hamm, but I will say this, John Hamm in this movie, holy shit. I mean, nobody gave a bad performance in this movie. And Eiza Gonzalez, I think that's how you say her name. I was like, there were a couple times where I was like, I think you could have delivered it better, your lines, but you weren't terrible. You were actually really good. And I've never seen this girl before, so I have no idea who the hell she is. Everybody in this movie gave it their all. This movie is so original, it is so witty, it is funny, and it is hilarious. It is at times ridiculous, but you can suspend your disbelief as everything in this movie goes down because it is so entertaining and so original. Finally, somebody came up with an original idea in Hollywood. It is so well written, and the vision of this movie is so well realized that you get sucked into this world. There are characters in this movie that you actually care about. The characters had enough depth. They didn't have too little, they didn't have too much. There was enough there, and that was good. Almost every character is really fleshed out in this movie. The thing is, learning about these characters, I'm not going to give anything away with these characters, learning about these characters makes this movie so much more relatable, and a lot of these characters a lot more likable, and the fact that there is a lot of witty comedy in this makes even the unlikable characters kind of likable at times. It's so witty and just really funny. It adds a lot of layers and depth to a movie that probably shouldn't have had even that much depth. I've seen so many movies that are like this, where it's just like, yeah, bank robbing, cool stunts, action scenes, but where are the characters? Where is the story? The story for this movie goes in some directions I didn't expect it to. Like, for instance, there's this one character that is set up to be the main villain, and he's actually not the main villain. It's another character, and I thought that was a really smart idea. It really threw the audience off, threw me for a loop, definitely, and kind of the big thing that I'm holding on this movie. My brother was like, yeah, what was your favorite part of the movie? I was like, yeah, when that character wasn't the main villain. He's like, really? I was like, yeah, because I didn't expect it. Movies like this are usually really predictable. You can guess who the main villain is, you can guess who the protagonist is, what happens in the beginning, what happens in the middle, happens at the end, what the final scene of the movie is going to be, and it's all lovey-dovey and yay, happy ever after. Not this movie. Not predictable at all. Like I said, goes in different directions as to who the villain is. The character of Baby went in a direction I didn't expect it to, and the first time he did something I didn't expect him to, I was like, holy shit, he just did that. The action is really, really cool. Some of it's shaky cam, but I feel like it's good shaky cam, so I was like, yeah, I get the idea of what's going on here. The action is really cool. The car chases are really cool. Probably unrealistic, but at the same time also realistic. I feel like car chases could go down like that, except one where I'm just like, I don't think that would happen, but it was entertaining. It was fun to watch. Action scenes that were inventive and not just the same thing over and over again like we're getting in movies now. Oh, and the soundtrack in these action scenes, and throughout the whole movie for that matter. Holy shit, what a killer soundtrack. I usually don't comment on a film's soundtrack or score, but when I have fun listening to music in a movie, I'm going to point it out. This is definitely one of the best soundtracks for a movie I have ever heard. When you get a chance next weekend, when this movie comes out, go and see this movie. I don't think it's gonna get as much recognition and as much support as it should. It's films like this that Hollywood needs, and I hope a lot of people support this film because this is one of my favorite movies of the year. I think you guys already know what I'm going to give this for a score, but I'm just going to flat out say it. From me, Baby Driver is going to get an A+. Go and see this movie next weekend, guys. Support original content that comes out of Hollywood. That's what we need to do. We can't keep getting shit like Transformers. So have you seen Baby Driver? Oh wait, it comes out next week. So you haven't seen it yet. But when you do see Baby Driver, I want some feedback as to what you thought. Drop me a comment in the comment section below. And you can like me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter. If you're on YouTube, subscribe at the end of this video and check out some other videos I have made. Thanks as always for watching, and I hope to see you soon.